What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and today we are with the 2022 Duramax GMC Sierra Denali. So this is the 2500, and every single option, bell, whistle you could ever think of, it's on this truck. So this is my dad's brand new truck. He previously was driving a 2005 Toyota Tundra since he bought new in 2005. So I was always giving him jokes that he was now driving an antique. So he has since upgraded, and let me tell you, it is a nice truck. Without further ado, let's jump into this video. Let's roll. Alright, so let's just point out some of the very first few things I noticed on the outside, then we'll kind of go to the inside, point out a few things there. We're not going to go through every option technology-wise on this truck, because if we did, this would literally be a 25-30 minute video, and that would be like cut to like the smallest of sections. Like, there's so much technology in this truck, it's not even funny. So anyway, long story short, let's start with the outside. So, starting off right off the bat, I absolutely love the look of the front of this truck. The front of this truck to me is best in the market. I don't think there's a better looking truck. That's my opinion. Obviously, nowhere near facts, obviously. But I absolutely love it. You got all the chrome grille and everything, which usually I'm not a huge fan of chrome, but sharp. So one of the first things I noticed actually was for a Duramax diesel, you pretty much always want a engine block heater. We do live in Arizona, so if that ever gets used, not really sure. Come down here, that's your engine block heater right there, this little guy. So now it's right here, down here, and you know, it used to be on older trucks, it used to be like dead center, maybe somewhere down here, but no, it's nice and discreet right down there in the corner. And you can't even hardly notice it, which is super nice. You have LED headlamps, LED fog lamps, which is, you know, obviously super nice, especially at night. Maybe other drivers looking at you will not like that, but well, I don't know what to tell them. Moving around, I love the steps on this truck on the exterior because they're nice and wide. So if you look at my hand here, that's how wide they are. And I mean, it's coming out from the truck too, which is super nice. The other thing is it's kind of rhino line right here at the bottom. Not sure if you can see that wavy line. Yeah, you can see it right through there. So that's super nice because, you know, rock chips are going to happen, and that's going to kind of help protect against it. So that's nice. Moving on back, I have mixed emotions about this step. Obviously nice to get in the bed of the truck. However, I wouldn't call it the most, I don't know, it doesn't look that great because it's a lot of plastic, and I don't really like plastic. The one thing my dad did do in regards to plastic is the arch molds right there. He got them painted to match. So that's nice that that is an option now, that you can get that, because I absolutely cannot stand that freaking black plastic around there. It looks terrible. So that looks really, really nice. Some of the details and the lamps here, you can see there it says Sierra right there. That's pretty cool. Moving around to the back, obviously you have all of your trailer hitch stuff there, or trailer hitch stuff. All of your electrical for the trailer, your hitches down there, to be clear. Up here you've got like a gazillion different cameras. Obviously the folding step, many of you, that's been around for a while now. Coming around to the other side, again, little details. It says GMC in these things. These are gonna get blacked out anyway. Looks terrible in orange, no offense, that looks terrible. Dad's gonna eventually get those blacked out. We'll get that fixed. And then coming up to the headlamp, one thing I didn't point out is the HD in the headlamp there. You can see it, so that's a really cool detail as well. So without further ado, let's jump on into the inside of this truck, where there are a plethora, yes, that's the word, plethora of options on this truck. So moving into this truck, my dad did not go with the bland black. He went with the gray and brown interior. There's only two options. This is obviously not black. So it's like gray ash, I forget the code, whatever. I can put it in the description or whatever. If you build a truck, it's one of two. This is the only other option you can get. So you have the gray with the brown. It actually looks pretty good. I was very skeptical as to how that brown would look. I don't know if I would necessarily pick brown. I love the gray, but the gray or the brown doesn't look terrible. It does have the Bose speakers, because again, this truck has literally every option on a Denali you can get. Technology pack, anything you name, it has it. So moving on over, you can see this truck is literally brand new. It has like 84 miles on it or something. You can even see the plastic on the door handles there. So yeah, you got this nice little plate. It says Denali. Super sharp. Obviously you got, you know, seats that are all electric, move lumbar up, down, whatever you want it to do. It has it. Now moving on to these seats, I do love the seats with the gray and the brown. Like, you got this little brown strip, gray, like I just think that looks so nice. And then up in the headrest you got, you know, it says Denali. Pretty standard obviously for Denali, that's what it should be. Moving up into the center here, obviously you got this little holder, got my GoPro there and the lens of the camera, but you can hold a cell phone there. And then up here's where you've got like the wireless phone charger, you've got cup holders, and then moving up you've got like all of your options there, right? So you got heated seats, cooled seats, and then all of your other stuff down below, which is, you know, exhaust brake, lane keep, folding tailgate, your parking sensors, hazards, traction control, your plug for the rear is right there, and then your hill descent control is there. So those are all your button options down there. Right here you've got a nice little two different charging options, if you will. Trailer stuff is right there. You have got your heated steering wheel. Over here on the left you have your parking brake down there. And then let's zoom in here for you, clear that up. So this is all of your like four-wheel drive options, obviously, your trailer mode, your lights, pretty much always leave them on auto. I don't know why you changed that. Your bed lighting is that button there. You can press that, it'll turn on the lights in the bed. Alrighty, so let's do the startup sequence. Let's turn it on, see what it looks like here. So now in diesel, the one thing I will say that, you know, maybe is been this way for a while now, but to me is still new. You used to have to turn the key, let the little glow plug light, you know, disappear. Now you don't have to do that. So foot on the brake, press the pedal. And right off the rip, you can notice that all of this is digital. So basically in that Y, I guess you'd call it, that's all digital. Super clean looking, looks really, really nice. I love the way that looks. The only thing obviously I would change is you know, these should be digital as well at this point, but that's coming in the refresh model coming up either next year or the year after that. So that will come, that'll change, but that still does look very, very nice. Moving over to the infotainment area, this is the part we're not gonna go through everything. This would be like the longest video ever. But just to give you like an idea, there's like 117 options for reverse or cameras, I'd rather. You can go to home and you can slide over, and by the way, very responsive screen. Like, I mean, like as soon as I touch it, like as though it's like an iPad or something like that. Like, it's really good. So you click camera, and like there's just so many options. I don't like, you can see down the side of the truck, you can see like right there's the front of the truck, you can see like there's so many. I'm not gonna go through every one of them. Long story short, any angle of this truck, literally every wheel, you can see it, you're good to go. Super nice. So hit the back button there. This does have Apple and Android CarPlay. It is all now not required, well, digital basically, to where wireless, that you don't need a wire. So that is super nice as well. Obviously you've got navigation. Yeah, anything you could think of, it's here. Moving on. So moving up to the rear view mirror, the camera doesn't like to pick this up. I have my polarizer on here, sorry about that. So it's crystal clear. Like when I say crystal clear, like the camera on that thing's impressive. If you don't want to use the camera for the rear view mirror, all you do is just flip that and there you're back to normal. Flip it forward, there it is again. There's buttons under here. You can like change the zoom on that, like all kinds of stuff. And the brightness, yeah, super nice feature. All right, moving up to the sunroof. It does only have the standard sunroof. It does not have a panoramic roof. So that to me is a little bit of a downfall. I think at this point you should really have a panoramic roof back there, but you know, it's not bad. The other thing that this truck does have is heads-up display. So if I zoom in here, you might be able to see it. You can kind of see it out there. So if I change like the menu options here, you can kind of see the different pages. The road. It's got all of your angles and stuff. It's real faint. I'll try to change it in the editing to see if you can see it better. But yep, heads-up display, super nice. As I kind of mentioned, the step bars are super nice on the outside. So getting in and out of this truck, just an absolute breeze. So open the door. Ooh, it's windy. Woo! Hold on to the door. Get her open there, and then just to step out, I mean, literally, like it's a nice wide platform, and you just step down. Super easy. So, shut this, probably gonna beep on me. Beep, beep, beep. It didn't beep. Keys are in it, so I don't know. All right, so then looking in the back here, there is so much room back here. It is absolutely wild. So before I step into it, you've got these little compartments here. You can put stuff in, which are nice. It doesn't compromise the, you know, the feel of the seat. Doesn't bother you at all. It's still nice and cushy, soft. You got extra headroom up here. You can see the little cutout there, so it makes it even better. You got your own rear vents. You've got all your different charging options that you could ever want on a vehicle, if you ask me. All right, so let's step up in this bad Jackson. So there's a handle right here if you want to hold on, but you know, you got a nice easy step right here. It's not long. Step in. Shut the door, and oh my goodness, there's so much room. Wow, that's crazy. This is the first time I've sat back here, like right now. Look at this. I don't even know if you're like, what show up on camera is the question. Like, my hand fully extended cannot touch the seat. I have to go forward. So if I bring it over here, let's take a look here. Off to the side, like that's crazy. There's so much room, and it's even wide too. Like you could easily fit 3 people back here, like shoulder to shoulder. Now I'm not real big. I'm 5'9", I don't know, 155 pounds, somewhere there. Like it's right there. Like you could easily sit 3 people. Super nice. All right, we've gone over some of the basic things in this truck, but the real question is, how does it drive? Let's find out, because we got to get behind the wheel and get some miles on her and see what it's like. Let's roll. Alrighty, we are behind the wheel now of the 2022 2500 Duramax. So I drove it, I don't know, maybe 2 miles over here, somewhere in there. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my first impression of this truck for sure is like how quiet it is. Like, it may not pick up on camera because you might hear like maybe a little bit of the AC or whatever, and I'm sorry, I'm not turning that off. It's already 88 or 80 some degrees today, 83 degrees. 83 degrees. So what happened was I looked down, the mileage is 88 and the temperature is 83. So that's where we were at. So this truck is really quiet. The steering on this truck is like crazy how light it is. Like, I mean, like with a pinky, you can literally, I mean, just with ease. And back in the day, I'm gonna tell you, even probably 6 years ago, the 2500s didn't ride like that. They didn't steer like that. This thing, for going over bumps, is fairly smooth. It doesn't have to like beat you to death. Usually the 2500, you go over a bump and I mean, it literally, like, you can feel it. This truck, now, I don't know what lower trim levels are like. Maybe it's a little bit different, I don't know. But what I'm telling you is the Denali, money with the ride. The full acceleration on this truck, we'll have to do at a later date. It's only got 88 miles. You generally want to get at least 500 on there to really like get into it. Plenty of power in this truck though. I've taken it to, I don't know, about 2,200 somewhere there RPM, which is halfway, and this truck has plenty of power. You can't negate it. The seats are really comfortable. They're nice and wide. Again, I'm not a big guy, however, it is very, very comfortable. There's no bolsters that are too narrow. Like it just, there's plenty of cushioning. You can change all the lumbar. You can change everything. So there's really just no complaints with seating. Visibility, good. Yeah, I mean, I can see out of the mirrors really good. You got, you know, the two set up for the mirrors, the big top and the little skinny bottom. So there's a little bit of a difference there. So sometimes that may get, you know, might take some time to get used to, because you may be used to only like a one-piece mirror, but it's kind of nice because I can see the rear tire. I can see up towards the top of the bed. I like it. There's no complaints there. Again, my only complaint, and again, it has nothing too much to do with driving it, but it just doesn't feel as special for this kind of money not having the panoramic roof. This truck should have a panoramic roof. At GM, I don't know what you're doing out there, but you should definitely have a panoramic roof in this truck. Doesn't have too much to do with driving. It's still super quiet. I mean, it's fine, but it should be there. Not even that I would probably have it open all the time, but still, I mean, this truck is like literally in the neighborhood of pretty much $90,000. It's over 90 once you start factoring in everything, right? Because once you do taxes and all that stuff, I mean, you're 95, 96, depending on where you're at tax-wise. It may be even more. So, for the lack of better terms, it's a six-figure truck, realistically. Low six-figure truck. And driving it, again, that's what we're doing. They just hit it perfectly. I mean, like, this truck drives as though like it's a 1500 series truck. It is so impressive just how smooth this truck is. That really is my takeaway. Like, it's quiet, it's smooth, the steering is light, it has plenty of power, you're comfortable, you're sitting up high. The hood's a little bit long. I mean, it's not too much because, you know, you do obviously have cameras, as I was kind of already showing you. Like, you can see every possible angle you ever want to in this truck. So it's not a big deal, but I mean, the hood's a little bit long, as expected. It's a Duramax diesel. You got to put it somewhere. So the diesel in this truck, let's talk about that. Eventually, Dad will probably get like a camper, or we'll get four-wheelers, something. Whatever it is, this truck will be towing at some point. So whenever this truck is towing, we'll get some video on what kind of gas mileage you get, how the power handles. There's going to be a series. There's a lot of stuff that this truck will be able to do. But overall, if you're just, for the most part, daily driving this truck, it is so comfortable. I cannot get over just how comfortable it is. I sound like just a broken CD player here, but they hit it. They did really, really well. Cannot complain on that front. Again, power will do another day. Steering, absolutely great. So honestly, I think that hits the key points of driving this truck. I really do. So we'll do the power stuff later. We'll do the towing stuff later. We'll do all of that in a sequence video. We'll do the 5 things I hate, 5 things I love. Plenty of things coming up, but overall review, absolutely love this truck. Super nice truck. Congratulations to my dad for getting this thing. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.